Arab and Muslim community leaders have endorsed Donald Trump at a rally in Michigan, one of the crucial swing states which propelled Trump to victory in 2016. The state is home to the largest population of Arab Americans, where many voters are frustrated with the Democratic Party over their handling of the war in the Middle East.
We as Muslims stand with President Trump because he promises peace. He promises peace, not war.
Well, the escalating conflict in the Middle East will be among several global crises that the next US president would inherit. And joining us now to discuss the individual foreign policy approaches of the two main US presidential candidates, we're now joined by Professor in the Department of Foreign Policy and Global Security at American University, Gregory Aftan-Dilian. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today.
My pleasure.
Now, we know that Israel strikes on Iran is supported by the Biden administration. This is probably a conflict that Vice President Kamala Harris would inherit should she win the White House. Would her approach to this escalating regional conflict be any different?
I don't think it'll be any different. And in fact, she's been involved in many of the foreign policy discussions that the Biden administration has had over the past few years. And she has come out to say that the United States stands firmly for Israel's security. So I don't see really any difference between her position and Biden's on this Iran-Israel conflict.
Very early on in the campaign, a lot of analysts sort of discounted the Arab American voter anger over the Biden administration's approach to the Middle East. Today, we have seen that in Michigan, the largest state with Arab American population, has now just endorsed Donald Trump for president. Do you think this will very much affect whether Kamala Harris wins the race or not in November?
Well, it's certainly possible it could impact the outcome of the U.S. presidential election because, of course, of the Electoral College. Candidates have to win these so-called battleground states to win all of those Electoral College votes in that state. And the Arab American community is about 5% of the electorate in a state like Michigan. And so there's been a lot of anger towards the Biden administration by Arab Americans because they believe the Biden administration has not done enough to stop Israel in its war in Gaza, where many thousands of Palestinians have been killed. And so some of them, not, of course, the majority, I don't think, but some of them have shifted their support to Trump, believing that perhaps he wouldn't be any worse than Biden has been on this particular issue. But of course, many Arab Americans remember that Trump imposed the so-called Muslim ban on immigrants coming largely from the Middle East, as well as some disparaging remarks he made. And of course, he was very, very pro-Israel when he was president. So certainly, I think these conflicts in the Middle East can certainly affect the outcome of the U.S. presidential election.
And the last time he was in the White House, Donald Trump withdrew from the Obama-era brokered nuclear deal with Iran. We saw that he implemented more sanctions on Tehran. Would he then perhaps encourage Israel to further debilitate Iran in their current campaign?
Well, I believe Trump is of two minds on this. On the one hand, he is saying he's essentially in lockstep with the Netanyahu government in Israel, and he supports Israel's military might. But on the other hand, Trump does not want to get involved in a wider Middle Eastern war. When he was president, in fact, he even called off at the last minute a U.S. strike on Iran when the Iranians shot down a U.S. unmanned drone near the Strait of Hormuz in the Persian Gulf. So I think Trump is actually conflicted on how much support he would give to an escalation of an Israeli-Iranian clash.
President Joe Biden has expressed frustration over Israel's operations in Gaza that's led to this humanitarian crisis now. But he still stands with Israel, given that the United States has always been a traditional ally of Israel. How much has that policy basically emboldened Israel to continue with its operations in Gaza, in the West Bank, now in Lebanon and against Iran?
Well, that has been one of the big critiques of Biden vis-a-vis the Israel-Palestine situation. Biden has expressed his frustrations about Netanyahu, and, according to the Bob Woodward book, has even expressed those in very colorful terms, which I can't announce on television. But Biden, the most he's done actually is to withhold 2,000-pound bombs, but the other military material that has been going to Israel has not been stopped. Certainly the progressive wing of the Democrat Party wants him to use U.S. leverage on arms supplies to Israel to compel Netanyahu not to be so draconian in the Gaza Strip. But Biden is just reluctant to go down that road.
Gregory Aftan-Dilian from the American University, thank you so much for being with us today.
My pleasure.